Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is NEStalgiaholic. Hope you guys are doing good. Wanted to show you a closer look at my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figure collection when I was growing up as a kid. I just recently found these in the garage, and I must say they bring back a lot of memories growing up, a lot of fond memories. And these are actually very detailed figures. They came out in 1988 by Playmates, and Playmates still makes these figures even today. But let's take a closer look at these, and if you guys have any in your collection, I'd love to see it. So post a video response. I know some of you guys do. I know my buddy Mike, MNC, I know for sure he has some as well. So I've seen it. So thank you so much guys for watching, and let's take a closer look. Okay guys, I'm going to show you my carded figures I have. Now as a young kid, I was always aware of value and just collectibles, and I was always into collecting. So whenever I had a double something, I always get the double in its package, knowing that in the future it might be worth something, right? So these are my doubles I kept. And these are actually the original line. This is from 1988, and overall they're in fairly good shape. The bubbles, a little crease here and there, as you can see, but this is Michelangelo. But the interesting thing about these initial release figures is they all have soft heads, which I'll show you in a minute. Now the artwork on this, now if you guys don't know the history about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's based on a comic book released by Mirage Studios in 1984. Now 1987, obviously the cartoon came out, which really blew up, and that cartoon lasted up until 1996. And even today, Fox and other networks has a kind of a new version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. But the original line is more based off of the comics, not necessarily the cartoon. The reason that is there's a number of reasons. You can see that these characters have no pupils in their eyes, so the comics had no pupils. Also, they're much bulkier than in the cartoon, as in the comic. The original Shredder, which I'll show you in a minute, his pose and stuff is based exactly on a cover artwork from the comic. Now in Britain and in other parts of Europe, these are known as Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, not Ninja Turtles, which is also interesting. But these are the original line of figures. You can check out the back here, and it talks a little bit about how they became the Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then these are the original. April O'Neil was always the more hard one to find, and I still, even today, I don't have April O'Neil. But there's also portrait, card as well, and you got these pizza points which you could, cut out and mail in for things. I forget what, but copyright's 1988. And overall, these are pretty cool figures. Here's Rocksteady, who is in the cartoon. And then this is Splinter. So, very cool. Let's take a closer look at my collection of loose figures. Okay, guys, here are some of the original figures. They're all here except for April O'Neil, as I explained earlier. There's some variations I do want to explain to you to keep out for when you are looking, if you are looking to collect these, or if you have any. The first figures had rubber heads. I'll show you what I mean by that. If you look here, this is Rocksteady. This is the first one. I can actually squeeze his head. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm squeezing his head pretty easy. It's a soft rubber head, okay? Whereas this is a variation that came out later on where it's a solid plastic head and you can't squeeze it. If you look here on Michelangelo here, see how I can squeeze his head pretty easy, okay? Whereas in this Michelangelo, look how his expression is different. Not only that, but you can't squeeze his head. So see how the smile is different. Here's Raphael. Again, this one, these are both hard plastic heads, but their expressions are different. I got one Leonardo's blue, Donatello's purple. As you can see here, there's a variation in the color. This is purple, this is black, and they both have hard heads. Each of these figures have 8 points of articulation. You can move their wrists or their elbows. You can move their shoulders, their legs, and their head. Okay, and this is the Shredder. I'm missing the cape, and you have the foot soldier as well. Okay, moving on. So throughout the line, there were a lot of variations of the main characters. They had them wear different things. I'm assuming it's based on the cartoon. I don't recall, to be honest with you, but that's my guess. Okay, these are a few that I have. You got Leonardo and a hockey get-up, which is cool. Now, problem with these figures, they don't stand up very well on their own. Okay, it kind of sucks, but whatever. Leonardo in a football get-up. You got Raphael with some kind of hip-hop, early 90s rap get-up, right? Okay. This is Michelangelo with some surfing. He's got sharks on his shoulders and, you know, surfing thing, right? Raphael, Davy Crockett, Get Up. Leonardo, Samurai Leonardo, which is pretty cool. Donatello with like a Air Force attire, okay? This is Donatello in disguise. There was a thing that came over his face, the human, like a human-looking mask. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. You got Raphael when like astronaut, and there was a dome that would come over here as well. Now these are when Secret of the Ooze came out, the movie, second movie, Secret of the Ooze, they did release really cool movie figures, and this is probably some of my favorite figures in the line. They're based really, I mean, the detail is great for the movie. It's more of a soft rubber again. This is Raphael. You can see the details a lot different than the other Raphaels. And this is I have Splinter as well, and he's actually got like a really fuzzy as well. Kind of cool. So definitely based on the movies. Okay. Now the Ninja Turtles and Splinter were not the only mutants in the series. Okay, there were a number of other mutants I want to show you. I don't recall the name of these characters, guys, from the show, so maybe you can help me out. But this is some kind of like lizard guy. Okay. You got a frog guy, which, okay, I don't understand his feet the way they're laid out because he can't stand up on his own. They didn't really design that very well. You got some kind of bowl. Pretty cool looking figure. You got another frog. This is like a triceratops, which is interesting. You got some kind of kangaroo. Wearing an Australian hat. So funny. This is my guess is some kind of bat. I don't know. Weird looking guy. I have no idea what this thing is. Some stingray. I don't know. Interesting. You've got a rat. Another mouse rat kind of deal. That's my guess. Or it could be a... I don't know what that could be. Whatever. Got a panda bear and samurai. You got a rabbit samurai. You got this bee. And gosh, I'm drawing a blank on this guy's name. He was in the arcade. I remember that. He was an enemy in the arcade. Help me out with his name, guys. Appreciate that. And you got this dog. So, okay, cool. So here's some more figures. This is some kind of alien-looking dude. Got Casey Jones. He was in the original show and the movie. Got this weird-looking dude. I remember this guy. Forget his name, guys. Help me out with these names, guys. Appreciate it. Because like I said, it's been a while since I've dusted these off and taken them out. You got this guy. This guy was in one of the arcade games, I believe, as well. Robotic, like turtle. I think Shredder had created. This guy doesn't look good. I mean, as far as he looks like an evil guy, doesn't he? Oh, we heard that. This guy's missing an arm. This guy's a weird dude. Got that. Another robot. And you got a big bee here as well. So here's some accessories and vehicles I have, guys. This is some kind of motorcycle. And I have this thing as well, which you put stuff on it and it's a catapult. These are all my loose weapons and stuff. So I do have some of the weapons and, you know, for a lot of the figures and accessories, but I didn't really feel like going through them all and put them to each figure for this video. They do have a really cool like turtle van, and I did have that growing up. I just don't know where that is. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, this is NEStalgiaholic. Check it out. Take care. Bye-bye.